I just wanted to touch on this really quick. There is a generation, it's called the silent generation, that a lot of people don't talk about. That would be the generation who raised the boomers. And I don't know if millennials are aware of that generation or have experienced that generation, but that would be my grandmother, my grandfather. And when I tell you, they are harsh. They talk to you crazy. They don't care. They used to beat the crap out of their kids with objects that kids should not be being hit with. And it was acceptable. It was the norm. And I feel like they really messed the boomers up, and the boomers had so much trauma. And I'm not trying to invalidate anybody else's feelings or trauma, because I know millennials have been through a lot as well as Gen X. But those boomers, the amount of abuse, black eyes, broken bones. Could you imagine the school, anyone at the school being able to beat you? And I'm not talking about just a little, I'm talking about beatings. They got beatings with big, thick wooden rulers, extension cords, irons, just anything. My grandmother used to sit at a table, a TV tray, even when I was little. My parents were grown, and you say something wrong, she feel like you mumbling something under your breath, she would take whatever on her TV tray and throw it, and she had great aim, and she would bust you upside your head. She would call you in the kitchen while she washing dishes, and she would come up out that water with that wooden spoon and tear your head up. And it was acceptable. It was normal. That silent generation is something different. They were not there for their kids emotionally. They didn't give their kids that love that they needed, that support, which also trickled down. Those I love yous are important. Those I'm proud of yous are important. Hugging on your kids, loving on your kids, physical touch. That's important. And silent generation did not do that. They were stern. They really act like they were miserable. I don't know, but they didn't have any of that for the boomers. And I feel like a lot of boomers in turn trickled down and didn't have that for their kids. And that's why a lot of us, Gen X, were, I say neglected, because we were latchkey kids. We were home by ourselves. And I know it's because our parents had to work. A lot of our parents was out partying and drugging, but we were home by ourselves. Even though all summer break, after school, on the weekends, we were home alone, literally. So we didn't get that emotional support either. I remember my dad tried to hug me when I graduated high school. It was so unauthentic because he had never done it before. It was like a one-arm church hug, and there was so much that happened with that silent generation. And again, I'm not trying to invalidate the millennials' feelings, but you guys have no idea what those boomers went through. It was terrible.